Hi guys. So I am doing a reading plan. It's taking a while because it's how to read through the Bible chronologically. And right now I am in the book of Job. And I've noticed in Job 24, Job is talking to God about the different things that go on in the world, and he's asking God, why do you not judge people who are doing wrong things? Why do you not judge people who are just like beating up other people? Or why do you not judge everyone who sins, basically? So I actually have 3 sections that I saved to go over, 3 like verse things, and I'm gonna read them and kind of tell you my thoughts on them. I'd love to have a conversation about this because, backing up, I'm not sure if you don't know who Job is. Job is the guy in the Bible who, he was this just amazingly, I'm going to use the word religious because I think that's a known word, but he was a very religious man. He was constantly doing things for God. He was living his life for God. He had many, many blessings because of how he was living, because of how he was just super, super blessed. He had land, he had livestock, he had sons and daughters and grandkids, and I mean, he was the epitome of blessings of a God follower in his time. And the reason for Job's struggle is because Satan wanted to mess with God's creation. And God said, "Take Job, my servant, and do with him as you wish, but you cannot take his life." So God actually gave Satan permission to mess with Job, but he was not allowed to kill him. So Job at this point has lost everything. The only thing he has left is his wife, and she has said, "Curse God and die," because that was the only thing he had left. He had his life. He had physical ailments, all of his kids, all of his livestock, everything had been burnt and killed, and it was just absolutely horrible. But the only thing in all of it was he did not curse God. He questioned God, but he never cursed God. So Job 24, verse 1 says, "Why does the Almighty not set times for judgment? Why must those who know him look in vain for such days?" Why does God not judge people at the time of the crap they're doing? Why don't we know, like, hey, at this point, we know that everyone who's doing terrible things, every rapist, every pedophile, anyone who kills animals for the fun of it, I mean, you name it, why doesn't God set a time for the judgment and do it? Why doesn't he do something about it? Which I can see where that question would happen. All of these things that happened to him, he's like, why is none of this seeing judgment? Because so many terrible things happen. Job 24, this is all Job 24. About people who don't have homes, people who go naked, people who they carry sheaves around for other people. Sheaves are like stuff from pastures, stuff from like bundles of hay. They carry it for other people, but they still go hungry. They crush olives for other people, They tread the wine presses for other people, but they still suffer. They're still thirsty. They're still hungry. The groans of the dying rise from the city. The souls of the wounded cry out for help. But God charges no one with wrongdoing. So why is there not judgment for those people? Why can I physically not see judgment for those people? Why isn't God doing something now? Now, listen to this. A bit of an answer. Job 24, 22 through 24. But God drags away the mighty by his power. Though they become established, they have no assurance of life. So these people who are setting themselves up in these esteemed positions and they have fantastic lifestyles, but they're sinners and they do all these bad things, but like people are afraid of them, so they don't do anything to hurt them or whatever. But they have no assurance of life. They may have like a great car or a hot wife or a mansion or something, but they don't have faith, they don't have beliefs, they don't have anything that can really assure them that when they're gone, or that they're gonna live, or like that when they're gone, their things are gonna be taken care of. They don't have any assurance of that because they have built their life for themselves, by themselves. They have cut other people out. They've done it on their own. He may let them rest in a feeling of security, but his eyes are on their ways. So he knows what they're doing. He's like, you know what? Fine. You want to deny me. You want to like say you don't know me, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Do it on your own. But I know that the way you're doing it is just for yourself. I'm going to back off and you can fall on your face. So for a little while they are exalted and then they are gone. They are brought low and gathered up like all others. They are cut off like heads of grain. Now, hang on. Job 24, 22. The first spot there that I see of why we do not see and why our question of the judgment of other people will not be answered is because God drags away the mighty by his power. He's in charge. God's in charge of what happens when it happens. He might let them feel like they're secure. He might let people be like, oh, you know, I got it going on. I got what I want. I got what I need. Blah, blah, blah. But all in all, they have nothing. So these people that we see, that we think have it all together or have what they want, or that we as Christ followers see and think, why aren't they being judged for the wrong things they're doing? One, they might not know that they're doing wrong. Two, as referred to in the previous video, the John 3:16 video, they may not have been told about God, or they may just be enjoying the fact that they're living their perfect, evil, sinful life because that's how we want to live, and they may not feel conviction. They may not know that what they're doing isn't what they should be doing. So for a human being to tell God or ask God, why aren't you judging them right now so I can see it, is putting God on our time. Is telling God to do things because we want him to do it. He's all powerful. We are not. He knows much better than us. So I can totally understand why Job is asking this because of the situation he's in. But at the same time, we need to remember that when we see bad things happening, we see bad people being elevated, we see just the crap in the world and wonder, why is something not being done about this? Why is God not hellfire and brimstone? Because it's not about what we want. It's not about our timing. It's not about what we think is judgment. It's about God and his plan and what he knows is coming up and when he's going to do it and what he's going to do. We don't need to know that. We need to have faith, and we need to trust that the God who created everything knows what he's doing. Bye, guys.